I mean, I can only view one of these anyways in one playthrough, so if I get one, then it's cool. The moon is beautiful tonight, isn't it? Cheesy ass line. Feels like we have a habit of meeting up on moonlit nights like these. Strangely fitting considering your role as the moon princess. Perhaps you're right. The moon exists in both the shadow and the light. In some ways, the same could be said of myself. I've led my life under cover of dark, far from any place the sun could reach. The change came when you came to Crossbell. You stepped out of the shadows and into the light. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, I have no intention of denying that any longer. Still, past that shape the present, darkness on the far side of the surface, it runs deeper than you can ever imagine. I refer, of course, to the legacy of Yin, the hidden lightless path my father passed down to me. Oh, nice. Do I get to learn more about her history then? You've alluded to that before. If it's alright, would you mind telling me the full story this time? I want to know who you were before you came to Crossbell. I want to know the Risha Mao that I have yet to meet. Alright. That's funny, Lloyd. I've always had a feeling that I would end up telling you all about this. My earliest memories of life were of my father and me. Backstory. I have no recollection of my mother. I believe he kept me from her at a young age so that I could be reared as an heir to the legacy of Yin. That may sound absurd, but to me it was perfectly normal. Intense training, hidden weaponry, and talisman training were just a part of my daily life growing up. I attended Sunday school as we traveled from place to place. Doing so allowed me to develop the skills to interact with others. I love that the great sword was always her weapon of choice, though. In contrast, life with father was neither strict nor kind, neither cold nor loving. He was there to teach, and my responsibility was to learn. After all, inheriting the title of Yin was an all-encompassing duty. There was simply too much to pass down, to do anything but. The lives, skills, and wisdom of generations upon generations of Yin. How to prepare for any conceivable situation and kill any conceivable target. For this stored history to continue, for the legacy to live on, the successor must inherit everything from the predecessor. And so I did just that. I became exactly the kind of person Yin is, was, and ever would be. Essentially, anyway. The succession cannot occur while the previous Yin is still alive. There can only ever be one. The fact will never change. And in the meantime, I would spend many quiet days waiting for father to return from his duties. But every time he did, he would outline his missions in fine detail to further prepare me for when I would take his place. In the public eye, I would assume the persona of a normal girl, but behind it, carrying the legacy was my entire world. That is, until father was diagnosed with a terminal illness, and the world was shattered. His strength was incredible, even compared to the generations of Yin before him. Disease, however, was a foe that he could not defeat. He chose to accept it, even opting against a surgery that would have prolonged his life. And then one day he called me to his side and ordered me to kill him, thereby officially inheriting the role of Yin. But I couldn't. Never once had I disobeyed father, but that was an order I could not abide by. For the first time in my life, I was afraid. I couldn't help but wonder if I, the Yin he had raised and molded, had become a failure in his eyes. After all, what kind of daughter deprives her father of his dying wish? I was in sheer agony at the thought, but with a weak smile, he turned to me and said, "This is who you are. It's up to you to decide the Yin you will be." And 1 month later, he was gone. And with that, I became Yin. I inherited his connections, resources, and used Nagong and a black shell to conceal my figure. My skills were still no match for his, but I was able to resume his work without delay. It's up for you to decide the Yin you will be. And I couldn't parse what he truly meant by that. Instead, I put my head down and continued forward. letting things come as they may. And 2 years later, I accepted a long-term contract with Heiwei. I was to aid them in the power struggle with the local mafia at a key center of commerce near Calvert's western border, Crossbell City. And that's when she met Ilya, and we met her. Upon arrival, is that Theodore in the background? I began to scout out the city to prepare for my duties when I stumbled upon a certain theater in the entertainment district. By pure coincidence, there was a rehearsal being held for the public that day. The rest, as you know, was history. No kidding. That was the day that you fell into Ilya's clutches. Back then, I tried to come up with any excuse I could to refuse her offer to join the troupe. But as you can imagine, Ilya just wouldn't take no for an answer. So I eventually surrendered, becoming the newest member of Arc-en-Ciel. I was both physically fit and experienced in concealing my identity, so I convinced myself it would be a smart cover while in Crossbell. The training was so much more strenuous than I envisioned, though. I found it rather difficult to play the roles of both Yin and Rixia. Thanks, though. I'm happy you could tell me this. I don't know, I don't think it's a particularly interesting story, so I hope it wasn't too dull for you. When all is said and done, though, this is the path I've inherited from him, and our ancestors before him. Even with the light of Arc-en-Ciel in my life, the path of Yin is one I could never truly stray from. Not entirely. I see. It's up for you to decide the Yin you will be. And Yin inherits everything, right? Well, now that you found Arc-en-Ciel and accept it as the light in your life, would that mean Yin has to do the same? Well, all things change with time. Everything about life and the way we live it evolves. Not because it can, but because it has to. It's by passing those changes down that mankind has to be able to move forward throughout history. I wonder if your father was thinking the same thing when he said those words to you. It's true that as a member of the police force, I can't condone anything that would be considered criminal. But I still think you should heed those words and strive to be your own Yin, the one you want to be. On the other hand, you could always choose to sever your ties to Yin for good. But even if you just decided to step off the path entirely, I don't think your father would mind. I think he'd give you the same smile and those same words. This is who you are. You had a good father. We have not been in the same way as most other families, but he truly did love you. At least, that's what I believe. Oh man. He basically raised her to survive and was like, just, you know, like, this is the path I walked, but like, you can do whatever you want, but now you know how to survive. Even the day he died, I didn't shed a single tear. Because you've grown. Ever since the moment you joined Ilya and the others. I don't know what path you're going to take or where it might lead you. But if you'll let me, I like to be there for you at each and every step, the way your father would have done. I want to be there to see the person you become, now that you found your light. That's right, Lloyd, we go into every performance. That's sweet. Lloyd and Rixia learned true Twin Dragon Strike. Oh no. How many of these are there? Oh god. Mao then a feeling. The next day, 9 AM. I'm glad I chose Rixia. There was some well-needed lore on her. Hopefully we get to see more of her character too. But she's staying in Crossbell after this, so that's good news. Oh, there's the wolves. Operation commencing. Crossbow Guardian Force Resistance Unit. Mines Mountain Wolf Unit. Initiate combat.
Yes, Mom!
Kill them all. Okay, that's what's happening on the left side. Is that Gareth? Here they come. Oh shit, Hayway from the east. All units prepare to intercept. Remember, man, these are masters of close quarters combat. Have your cougars engage them and keep your distance.
Yeah!
I do enjoy that tingling feeling you get before a fight. Shall we begin? As you wish. Maintain pressure on the Jaegers as you exterminate their beasts. Keep an eye on that sniper and tear them to shreds. Okay, it's begun. That must be Kevin's Merkaba, right? Yep, number 5. Okay, so that was West Crossbell, and that was East Crossbell. This one's from South Crossbell. Ursula Road, this one. Looks like skirmishes have broken out at the north and east entrances. Isn't that bad? What do we do if Commander Bale's units come and mount an attack? We'll be fine. Heard they're going to stand down until the political side of things is resolved. Anyways, until that's all said and done, all we have to do is sit on our hands and wait. Really now? How's that view look from that fence you're straddling? What? Is that Ren? She here? Oh, she came to pick up her, she came to pick up Pater Mater. Wait, what? Where'd that sound come from? Is Estelle here? What the? A red ion? Oh, she came back. Good day to you. With that out of the way, I'll have to ask that you refrain from lumping my dear Pater Mater with those 2-bit imitations. After all, they aren't nearly as kind or smart or capable. Are they with us? Or against us? Out of the way, silly soldiers. I didn't come here to play with you. If you want to get trampled, you should step aside. See? It's coming. Huh? What the fuck? The blue ion. There you are. Oh, they are here. Hey, you, get back. You're way over your head. This isn't a fight you can win. Huh? Retreat. Run away. Oh my god. Ren, don't do anything too crazy, alright? Remember, we got your back. Pater Mater may have been upgraded, but don't forget that the ions still have the edge. The only way we can win is by working together. Yeah, I know. Man, imagine if like the whole gang was here too, like Shara, Agate, Zin. Oh, man. Well, I won't let them defile this land any longer. It's their home after all. Oh my god, everyone's here. This guy looks intimidating. Okay, good punch. Let's be honest, Josh solos this. Hit him with all the dual strikes. We're gonna knock him into the water. Incredible. It's the backup spiky onion priest was talking about the Bright Gang. Apparently they asked him to drop by Liberal to pick them up. More importantly, now's our chance. Right, I will deactivate the optical camouflage and bring us down to the city's south exit. Disembark from the ship's hatch. Got it. We wish you the best of luck. The ideals protect you all. Please be careful, everyone. I'll make sure to cover your heroics from above. And I'll do what I can to back you up from the start. Or from the net. Never mind. Too many characters, man. Wait, did they re-engage the shield? The guards are like, what the heck? Okay, never mind. So it's a fake shield. We just walk in. Got it. Oh my god, what's going on? It's all blue. We're here. Ideally, we should start by finding a way to get in contact with the chief. Wait, what's with this blue mist? It's just like what we saw at the Moon Temple and Stargazer's Tower. There are no pedestrians around either. They may be taking refuge in the fighting happening just outside the city. Something wrong? I can hear something reverberating from Central Square. Must be the bell. What? Let's go see for ourselves. Oh, it's shielded. What the? It's similar to the barrier that was enveloping Crossbell City. Assumedly, they're a similar nature on a fundamental level, which means that the bell's resonance is also the source of the mist. But why the hell would it be? What's going on? Careful, they're coming from all sides. Could it be? Magic golems. Yes, they resemble the ones from Stargazer's Tower, but significantly more dangerous. It's the blue variant. Gotta bust these things up. Yeah, take him out. Oh, I'm not afraid of this. Oh my god. I fucked up, whoops. Okay, there we go. Not a chance. Damn, what are these things doing inside the city? I don't want to believe it, but Uncle Dieter and the others might have released them. There's no way. That'd be utterly despicable. Maybe so, but it does seem like the most plausible answer. Not to say this spell doesn't have anything to do with it, too. More incoming. They're respawning now. Damn it. Hey, this ain't looking too hot. Need to find a way to break through. Is that Sergey? Hey, it's the boys. Chief. Dudley. Finally made it. We'll talk later. Fall back to East Street. I love how the golems just totally ignore us. Lloyd and the others proceed to follow a convoluted route throughout the Misty City. Eventually they entered the D sector of the geofront from the downtown district. Same day, 9:30 a.m. Oh, Tio, you're okay. You're really okay. And Jonah's safe too, yes? You managed to free him? Thank goodness. Now I can finally sleep again. Settle down, Chief. Though I'm glad to see things are alright with you as well. Huh? To think Tio was worried about little old me. Those hundreds and hundreds of prayers I offered to Idios were all worth it. I will send you straight to her if you keep this up. Well, it's good to see so many familiar faces at least. You know, my boy Raymond. So is everyone else finally getting tired of putting up the President's Bull? That's putting it lightly. He declared martial law and issued a lockdown on the city yesterday. It wasn't long after the blue mist enveloped the whole place. Things have gone far enough. We need to put a stop to this. Yes, but there's zero chance of us getting an arrest warrant for him. Our only hope is arresting the president and his supporters in the act. You're right. Yeah, there's no other option. What about the citizens? We still have their safety to consider. Thankfully, the public is abiding by the curfew set under martial law. It's obvious enough that staying indoors is a safer bet, with all the fighting going on outside the city. Yeah, but that said, the announcement was on such short notice a lot of people couldn't gather enough supplies or make it in home in time. I heard some are taking shelter in hotels or at the Civic Center, but they can't stay there forever. Yeah, I sure wouldn't. The sooner we resolve this, the better. Arresting the president and his little faction is still easier said than done. Wouldn't that call for us seizing Orcus Tower away from them? Way ahead of you. We've already started working out the details. We even have the cooperation of the bracers in the city too. All we need was for you kids to finally show up. We appreciate your patience. If I may ask, what exactly is your strategy? There's a large group of those magical constructs guarding the front of the tower. We're going to combine all of our manpower here with the bracers and assault their forces directly. Then, while we create an opening, a second team will drive through the entrance of the building by car. Oh my god, this is the first time that Kate's voiced. From there, they rush the tower and take control. That's the plan anyways. Sounds a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Ballsy for one? Do you really think it'll work? Most of the defense force that was here got relocated outside the city. Chances are, they'll only have Arios behind the skeleton crew to defend the tower. And if you were thinking of sneaking in from the geofront, forget it. That route is as sealed as ever. With no glaring holes in their defenses, the only choice we have left is to make one ourselves. That does check out. Then in that case... Looks like you haven't finalized the team that'll be starting the tower yet, right? Right. We're just in the process of... But you're not suggesting what I think you are. I am. The S3 would like to be the ones to assume the duty of infiltrating Orcus Tower. Please, Kia's in there. And if anyone's going to bring her back, it should be us. Damn straight. No way in hell we're going to leave that up to anyone else. The operation will always also require someone who can navigate the tower's security systems like myself. On my part, I can't pass up the opportunity to confront Bell and Uncle Dieter directly. And as a member of the defense force, I helped bring this current predicament into motion. So I have a duty to right the wrongs and put an end to this. Well, our little ragtag group has been through its fair share of hardships. We've always come out on top, though. Teamwork is going to be critical to the mission. I can't think of anyone more qualified than the S3. And I'll do my part to contribute as well. You're serious about this? Should have seen this coming. Hard to believe the same rookies I had fumbling throughout the town less than a year ago. You want it, you got it though. The S3 is responsible for storming the tower. But even with that settled, the plan isn't exactly ready to go. So sit tight, we still got work to do. You do? We're in the process of hacking into Orcus Tower as we speak. Should only take another hour at most before we have access. Really? Yeah, if we hack in, it'll be easier to provide support to the infiltration team. We should also be able to stop them from jamming our comms. Exactly. Not to mention we'll need an avenue through which we can contact the guild and our other allies as well. So in any case, now that we know who our strike force is, we should take this time to tailor the plan accordingly. Afterwards, Lloyd and the others worked with Chief Sergei to put the final touches on the plan to infiltrate Orcus Tower. They then decided to return to the S3 building to retrieve their orbital car for the operations. Oh nice, I got my car back. Yes. Really, Dudley? You want to be on the infiltration team? Yes. I'm familiar with the buildings and layout, and after having worked security for the trade conference, I can even accompany you to the city if you would like. More importantly, under no circumstance will I leave the arrest of the president in the hands of the S3. Come on, what happened to trusting us? I already expected this. Don't mind them, we appreciate the help. Right, but about the car we're going to use for the plan. Does it have to be the S3s? There's no other way. It's the only model we have right now with the durability and horsepower to bust down that door. And it'll also help us waste no time cutting through the city. Guess so. Right now it's just collecting dust at the S3 building anyways. It'd be a waste not to put it to good use. But our only problem now is that the team is too large to easily maneuver around the city. And we should decide which members will head into the city to retrieve the car. The others will remain here on standby. Lloyd and Dudley learned Hearts of Iron. What? Okay. We got an achievement too for learning every combo craft. Okay, well Dudley's on the team, obviously. Man, I need to have the OG members here. Okay, yeah, I'll sub them out then. Risha and Dudley. It has to be them. We'll bring in Tio too. I think the president secretly had these magical night things in the back pocket. It's madness. They're a real threat, but I think we'll manage somehow. I believe in things on this end to you, Emma. Stay vigilant. We can't afford to let anything compromise the operation. Understood. You make sure to do the same, Dudley. The one silver lining to the situation is that there's no sign of those magical constructs breaking in yet. That said, I wouldn't rule out the possibility if this drags on much longer. Fingers crossed we're able to break this deadlock before it gets to that. We're gonna have to keep the safety of the citizens our highest priority when we break into the tower. I can't fight alongside the rest of you, so I'm gonna do my best to make sure everyone in range of the operation is evacuated safely. Thanks, Rebecca. The role is just as crucial as any other. That's right, we'll do everything we can to reduce collateral damage. Joldik, that's his name. After the declaration of invalidity, more officers down at headquarters are willing to lend us their support. Franz has been acting as our go-between with them. Franz? Really? That's right, he's one of the many officers fighting their hardest for what they think is right. You kids should keep doing the same. We're gonna need something a little tougher than a patrol car if we hope to bust through the defense line of magical constructs. As far as horsepower and top speed goes, my team's car is our best bet to get the job done, Lloyd. Right, we'll make sure nothing stops us from recovering it. Make sure to watch out for yourself. Good luck. We're still working on the IBC's tech department until the declaration of invalidity. After that, I hightailed it out of here. My pal David said he wanted to help, wanted to believe in Lady Maribel though, so we chose to remain at the tower. Things being the way they are, I can't stop worrying about him. You know, the downtown district is just past the sector's exit. Maybe we could stop by Trinity for a drink? If only. Once we hack into the tower, we can stop them from jamming our communication. And that ship you were riding in, the Merkaba, we may be able to get in contact with them as well. Okay. Good thinking, Tio. Jonah would be a tremendous asset to us right now. More reason to make sure we hack into the tower. Oh, they're all hiding out of here. We had to turn to less than scrupulous means to get our hands on these weapons. It's bad luck for us officers of the law to use the black market, but beggars can't be choosers. As long as we get the job done, I won't complain. So, didn't get the chance to say this earlier, but it's a relief to see you kids are alive and well. You as well, Chief. We're worried about you. You and everyone else here have been hard at work underneath the city the whole time, right? Yep. All of us set up base here a while ago and began looking for a way out of this mess. We don't have the luxury of sitting in our asses anymore now that things are hitting the fan, though. Botching this operation isn't an option either. There's no room for error if you plan on bringing Kia back. We know. Count on us, Chief. We're really about to break into Orca's tower. This is going to be our toughest fight yet. Once we begin, that's it. No more turning back. You're right. None of us know for sure how it's going to turn out. We need to be prepared for anything. But there's still some time until then, though. So if you have any last-minute errands to run in the city, now's our chance. Alrighty, I should do another weapons check before the operation is underway. By the way, I heard you saw Inspector Donovan over at the hospital. How's he doing? He's well. His wife is helping nurse him back to health, but they said he should make a full recovery. Man, I'm relieved to hear that. With the inspector out of commission, the rest of us are going to have to work extra hard to pull things together. You have to, Raymond. Okay, there's no power here, so... Is there anything else I can look at? This goes to the top floor. Can I go anywhere else even? All the monsters are gone too, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter, okay. Alright, in that case, let's head back to the city. Sorry, it's a long walk back. Is Guillaume still in here? You just walk around, right? It's you guys. Ha! Huh, you're safe. You managed to rendezvous with Dudley and the others yet? We did, luckily enough. Thanks again for sprucing Berserker up for me, old man. Things seriously saved my ass while I was out of the city. Huh, good to hear. Still, better make sure you keep its weak points in check. If that monster of a rifle ever breaks, I can't guarantee I'll be able to fix it in 2 shakes. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. As long as you know what you're dealing with, that's good enough for me. We don't know what kind of tricks the president has hiding up his sleeve. Folks are gonna want to keep your weapons properly maintained, of course. Of course. These are the oh, these are like the special ones. Divine Cloth. Rigid Gears. When did I get these? Okay, but these are like the best items I can make. I'm actually not gonna make any of them just because I think I'm good enough. I'm more than powerful. I am good. Let's check in here. The hell's gone up with those dumbasses teaming up with the blue bastards of all people? Don't you think we should join them though, Jed? Things are kind of going to shit, you know? The hell you saying? We're vipers. That makes backstabbing rats like them our prey. We gotta strike them down like... You heard, Wald. Our saber vipers are over. When are you gonna get that? Sorry. Just let me think things through, okay? Don't even try to slink off on your own. Oh, are they gonna band together? Yeah, some of them are still hanging around here. Just what in damnation is that blue mist outside? Gotta warn the other tenants to stay indoors for now. It's the plague. I'm worried about the state of the city, but I'm even more worried about the safety of Armand and his family over in Liberal. My son and grandson are the best things that happened to me in a long time. There must be some way I can get in touch with them. Well, would you look at that? He developed a conscience. Can I go inside Risha's home? Hey Risha, this is your pad. They told us we're being kept under martial law, but we never expected it would be this serious. I'm so tense, my hands keep trembling when I try to cook. Mommy and Daddy look really worried about something. I hope everything's okay. The situation is getting pretty dicey around in Crossbell. I can't even begin to guess how things will pan out. But no matter what happens, I swear I'm going to keep Corona and Lima safe. Yeah, make sure to keep that Corona in check. Listen up, Van. You two young ladies, stay inside no matter what, alright? Don't worry, son. Your pops is going to keep you and your friends safe. Cut it out, old man. You're going to make me barf. Meldman hasn't been able to afford any booze lately, but instead of getting depressed, he's whatever this is. I don't even know him anymore. Wow, Van's dad is way more lame than he's sober. Oh god, he doesn't even get respect when he's sober. Okay. Hey, Jingo, what's going on? Oh hey, Bit is my best customers. It's pretty sketch out there, you know, you should buy some protection. I think we have some grenades downstairs that'll blow these armored chumps up quick. I wouldn't exactly call grenades my go-to choice for self-defense. Oh, Jingo. Ah, well if it ain't the S3. It's been a hot minute, I'm surprised you're all still in one piece. You look like you're doing well, Ashley. Or rather, you seem like the least bit phased of what's happening outside. She's been supporting the police resistance underground activities, hence her relative nonchalance. She likely saw all of this coming. That's certainly news to us. We weren't aware that they were civilian cooperators involved. Not that you're any stranger to working with underground organizations, are you? You can say that again. As long as I can turn a profit, I'm not complaining. We're actually in the middle of some emergency prep in case it really hits the fan soon. I pulled some real top shelf stuff out of the warehouse for this. If you need anything, just ask Jingo. Okay, what do you have, Jingo? Okay, she has like plus versions. There's no Evergreen Plus, that'd be great. Quartz, Septium Vein, Intimidation. Okay, some of the... Oh, there's Shroud. What does Shroud do? Enemies will less likely to notice you on the field, but there's no Haze, which removes enemy interactions. Oh well. I guess they don't want to give you that quartz anymore. And I can buy Divine Cloth, I see, for 50 U materials. Oh my gosh. Okay. Good to know for NG+. Good to know. If only Wazi or Abbas were here. We need to prioritize keeping the neighborhood safe above all else. It might be a good idea to keep an eye around things on Eastern Street just in case. Can't imagine it's a good idea to ask these armored monsters hulking around the city. Wait, let me bring Wazi here then in that case. I want to see if there's an interaction. Wazzy, I need you. Looking to mix things up? Okay, we'll sub Rishi out for now. I need you to talk to your friends. Well, well, looks like we have some special customers in today. You, Wazzy, and the rest of the S3 too. I expected to find the Testaments here, but not the Saber Vipers. So this is where you've all been. Yeah, we've been hashing it out what to do about the situation in the city. But forget that. What's up with that janky-ass outfit, Wazzy? And what about Abbas? Is he with you too? Settle down. One question at a time, boys. Cut him some slack. Your sudden comeback's really thrown these guys for a loop. They are right to be confused. Perhaps we should clarify the circumstances for them. True. We're going to be here all day if I have to explain the parts about the church and the Grail Sritter. I promise I'll give you guys the full story later. Does that work for now? Sure. We still need to figure out what's going on outside, though. At the very least, you all seem to have done a good job holding down the fort for Abbas and me. Of course we have. He did promise you guys would come home to us before he left. We couldn't just turn our backs on the neighborhood in the meantime. Don't think us Saber Vipers were doing any of this for you, though, Wazzy. No matter what's happening so far, we want Wall to have a place to come back to when it's all over. The downtown district is our home just as much as it is yours. Though, Jed and them aren't really on board with that yet. That's so. Well, thanks for pitching in anyway. You're really coming into your own, Dino. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing to be ashamed of, little dude. That aside, it doesn't seem as though the President's monsters have made their way into the downtown district. I think we can trust them to safeguard this area until we've completed our mission. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Then that wraps things up here then. We should be going. Keep watch over Trinity in the neighborhood a little longer for me, alright? You can count on us. Be careful, Wazzy. Okay, cool. Nice little interaction. I bet there's like different interactions based on who I bring, right? So, but I want to bring Risha with me because Risha will have an interaction most likely when I get to Archon CL, so there's that too. Okay, that's everything here. Let's move on. East Street. Oh my god, they give good XP too. Shan, there's Risha. Risha, is that really you? Where have you been? I've been worried sick. Shan, I'm so sorry for causing you so much concern. Yeah, you better be sorry, you dumbass. Still, thank goodness I got to see you again. Wah. Don't cry. What do you mean don't cry? You expect me not to miss my best friend? I'll hate you forever, and even if you leave without saying anything again, you got that? Loud and clear, I can't apologize enough. Thanks for being patient with me. I'm happy for the both of you. Nice. They've been reunited. What even are those things walking around outside? They're not gonna do anything to us, are they? Only if you step outside. I'm scared, Dins. It's okay, Lily. I'm right here with you. I'm worried about my stall. Hope Roy and Chairman Moores are alright too. That hubby of mine had better be safe at home. I'd have closed up shop earlier if I knew this was gonna happen. The situation outside is unimaginable. Maybe we should have closed up shop yesterday when we had the chance. Not knowing how long martial law will be in place is getting on my nerves. What is this nonsense? If any of those monsters outside lay a hand on my restaurant, I'll cleave it in half. Good one. Yeah, it feels weird to be cleaning out of all times. Still, not like there's anything else better to do. Guess I'll give the hallway another do-over. Okay, that's all over here. Nice. Another ambush. Oh, I forgot to give Dudley. Right, Dudley, you're a permanent party member now. Keeper. Automatically recover from KO. I don't need that. Let's do Scepter, Potency of Healing Arts, Aegis, Shield. Maybe that. Aegis. Let's see, what can I put on you? Defense 3 is fine. HP 3. Time. We'll do action 3 then. EP 3. Oh shit, his slot isn't level. Really? This one slot isn't level 2? Okay, dude. Why'd they have to do that to you? It's kind of disrespectful, okay. Well, I don't have the option to slot that in right now, so it is what it is. Why does Dudley have 1 quartz? That's just not slotted level 2. Bracer Guild? Ah, the S3. What the dickens are you doing here? Yes, my man, Scott. We haven't seen any of you since the day Qua was made president. Good to see you're still in one piece. Hey guys, been a while, hasn't it? We're glad to see you're all okay. That goes double for us. Ah, my sweet little Tio has finally come back to me. Honestly, you all do realize this isn't the time for small talk, right? We all miss each other, but you know what I miss more? Some good intel. Now get over here and dish. We're up for it if you are. So that's what you've been up to. We didn't have a clue of what to make of the situation, but this helps clear things up. My mind was racing all over the place when I heard a red ion and suddenly showed up on the West Highway too. But it was actually the Bright Gang, huh? Go figure. The Bright Gang. Oh, nice. Yeah, Cassius would be proud. He has 3 prodigy children now. Then there's Heiwei and the CGF Resistance Force helping out the East and North Gates. Seems you've been calling in quite a few favors, haven't you? Yeah, what can I say? We're a popular bunch. So the magic golems in the city haven't been attacking the citizens. Not for now, at least. We've been on the alert and patrolling around the area for anyone who might have gotten locked out. But as far as we can tell, there hasn't been a single instance of those walking suits of metal attacking a citizen. It must be under the president's control. So if that's the way, then there's actually a bit of a relief. That doesn't mean all the people trapped indoors aren't scared out of their minds, though. Lloyd's right. The longer this goes on, the harder it's going to be to guarantee the public's safety. I hear you. The guild can't just sit on its hands like this either. As far as we're concerned, civilians are in danger. That's why we're going to help you break into Orca's tower and arrest Qua's sorry butt. Much appreciated. It would be heartening to have the guild's cooperation. But there's just one thing. I bet anything that Arius is waiting up at that tower. He's probably got Maribel and the Ogre with them too. Not that this is any news to you, but if you break in there, you're going to have the fight over your lives. Believe us, we know. No matter the barriers that stand in our way, we have no choice but to overcome them. Well, alright, as long as you know what you're getting yourselves into. Just give us a ring when it's time. We'll be preparing until we hear for you. Will do. See you later. Something weird happened while I was patrolling outside earlier. I swear I sensed someone familiar. Could it have been... Nah, there's no way. Forget I said anything. Someone familiar. Restrictions have been getting tighter ever since the speaker's declaration of invalidity. They're even cutting down the ambulances. We've been making to do whatever medical supplies we can for anyone can be transported to St. Ursula. There's a limit to what treated people can receive here or at the cathedral. That's another reason the Liberation Mission has to succeed. We helped everyone we could make it home to take shelter indoors. We didn't have time to check inside all the buildings, but I'm sure Pearl is somewhere safe. Oh, right, his girlfriend. At times. The president clearly doesn't care about keeping up appearances with the actions he's taken. There's no telling what turn the situation might take next. Be careful. These magic golems Croix has deployed are going to be a headache and a half. We'll need to take every precaution to ensure no civilians are harmed during the liberation process. Regardless, unleashing these monsters and letting them roam around the city is inconsignable at best. That's a word. We're gonna make Qua pay for this, I swear in the name of the supporting gauntlet. Fuck yeah, man, he's completely lost the plot. Our hands have been tied ever since Crossbows declared independence. The guild has the duty to remain neutral and stay out of this kind of business. Putting civilians in danger like this is a whole different matter. It's not happening on our watch. That's why we're gonna help you break into Orca's tower and arrest him. Yep. I mean, it's the same thing that happened during the Orbital shutdown phenomenon, right? When Estelle went to the border and gave her whole speech. By the way, that was probably one of the most badass moments in this entire franchise that I've like seen so far. When like she stood up to Olivier and was like, "Oh hell no." And like she like announced her title too, and the title that she says is based on your actual notebook. Like that was so cool. But yeah, I mean, that's what the bracers do. It just feels really disheartening to know that like Arios betrayed the guild because like just to like save Shizuku, but like it's fine. She's not like, if anything, we're all on his side too. I don't know why he's doing this. Don't worry, Mei Ling, you've got nothing to be afraid of. Wow, Boy and Grandpa told me to stay here. I'm so scared. I'd be too. I'm worried about the safety of our street vendors. Many of them insisted on keeping their business open even after martial law was declared, so I didn't protest. It's my fault they wound up getting stranded. If anything were to happen to them, it'd be my responsibility alone. Don't worry, Grandpa. I'm sure Kronk and the others will be alright. Sucks we can't get in touch with the Civic Center, but the best we could do right now is to stay put at home. Can I feed the Jizo statue? I can. Nice. Can't leave the city. Right, I have to stay in here. Are you kidding? Frag Trooper. Oh, he's fragging dead, that's what. Hazel. The monsters wandering the streets haven't shown any sign of breaking into people's homes. It's too soon to relax around them, though. We need to keep our guards up until this mess is over with. I'm not going to let anyone or hurt Yujit or Serena. Hazel's been such a dear the way he's been helping out here at Acacia. I'll do my part to make sure these monsters out there don't touch a hair on Sunita or Yujit's little heads. I need to go back for Noelle, because that's the mom. I need to go back for Noelle for the interaction. Alright, let's trade in Dudley for Noelle. My dog is having a nightmare. That's fantastic. He must be dreaming about Crossbow right now. He's my police dog, except he doesn't do anything. He just eats away at my life. Like all dogs. Noelle, is that you? Thank Ides you're okay, Mom. I'm so relieved to see you. You too, sweetie. It's been so long. You know I have faith in you, but I'm starting to get worried. The Defense Force must have been keeping you too busy to come home, right? Well, about that. Don't worry, dear. I know things have been complicated for everyone in this mess Qua started. I also hear that Fran was discharged from the hospital. Are both of my daughters working with you, Detective? That's right, ma'am. They're in good hands, and we couldn't do what we're doing without their support. Okay, well, my dog wants out, and he can't do this without my support, so... Get the fuck out there. You're out of here. That's exactly what I was hoping for you to say. You'd be hearing no complaints from me. I want you and your sister to take the path you each think is right, Noelle. Choose one that'll let you march on without any regret, and I'm sure your father will be watching from Idios' kingdom with pride. We will. Nice. Now that's an interaction I didn't want to miss. Azzy's here, so everything's going to be okay, I just know it. Hazel hurried home from the downtown district. Thankfully the calm poured Yujit enough to stop his crying. I wasn't crying. Sure you weren't. You're a brave little boy, aren't you, Yujit? And we could check on the Bond family too. The tenant has already vacated. Martial law has been enacted, so it's best to stay home. I'm sure everything will be alright. This possibly couldn't last forever. I'm worried about our old neighbors, though. I hope Sophia and Cindy are safe. Don't worry, okay, Marie? I'll protect you no matter what. That's right. All for the cat. Alright, why don't we check out the Harbor District. And take a tour around here. Oh, can I go to the Geofront Sea sector? Oh, I can, okay. Does this even go anywhere? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I need to come here, okay. I just was kind of curious if I could even come here in the first place. But, no, we good. Oh, we could try the, CNS. Nobody's here. Oh, there they are. Hey, it's the S3. It's good to see you're all safe. Grace let us in on the situation you're in, but don't worry. Our lips are sealed. While we have you, though, would you be able to swap a little info on what's going on out there? We'd love to. Well, I'll be damned. You guys are really planning to break into Orcus Tower. Pull that off and you might actually be able to topple this authoritarian regime. No complaints from me, just when I thought it'd be easier to get around, this lockdown order went into place. Not to mention all our comms have been jammed ever since that blue mist appeared in the city. So it's even affecting normal orbital communications. The mist must be emitting some kind of wave that interferes with the signal. One more reason to take care of it quick. Otherwise the city's gonna get more and more restless until chaos breaks out. I hate to say it, but you're right. By the way, are you three the only ones in the office right now? Yeah, the rest of our staff got stranded while they were out on assignment. Thankfully though, we've been able to get in touch with almost all of them. All of them except for Rhines, that is. He's the only one we've lost contact with. We don't have a clue where he is or where he's holding up at the moment. You mean Grace's partner? Yeah, that said, he's bound to still be some place within city limits. I just hope he doesn't take after Grace and do something reckless. To be fair, he's proven he knows how to handle himself, so I'm not too worried. That about sums it up on our end. I know you guys have more important issues to worry about, so get out there, and we'll be gearing up to report on all this when the news breaks. Until then, Godspeed. If it was not an option here, somebody's got to put a stop to this tyranny one way or another. Right. Rhines is missing. Grace is probably worried about him. We should try to keep an eye out. Yeah, I'm worried too. Where's Rhines? Where the hell did he go? My man. Okay, well that's it for that. Guess we'll head to the entertainment district. I have Risha with me, so I can check that out. Let's go to the library. Oh, Miles. Is that you, Lloyd? Oh, thank goodness you're alright. Same to you, Uncle Miles. What a relief. You're telling me. Imagine my shock when I heard you were a wanted man. Still, I knew there had to be some mistake. Not once did I stop believing. Thanks. That means a lot. I know there's a lot to talk about, but we're sort of pressed for time at the moment. The S3 is working to resolve this as quickly as possible, so stay inside the building until then, okay? Don't have to tell me twice. You all stay safe too. You hurt. You're hurt. I heard. Oh, librarian's here. I just feel as afraid as when those Jaegers attacked the city. Why is this all happening to us? Haven't we been through enough? Oh, and he's here too. The legendary reporter. So the president has declared martial law. This may indicate that he has been driven into a corner. Tyranny, however, never lasts. This is simply the nature of our world. I mean, it's true. It's proven to be an unsustainable ideology for leading a country. I mean, it's just a fact. You can't have a monopoly on resources. Couldn't have known things would come to this. Most people will likely never have a chance to prepare. All we can do now is wait for the storm to pass before verifying the safety of the citizens. The Civic Center is currently sheltering those who can't return home. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help while you're here. Oh, you're with the police, aren't you? I remember you from the last time we met. You're Vice Commissioner Pierre's wife, if I'm not mistaken. You taking shelter here? I am. May I ask where you've seen my husband anywhere? He hasn't been back ever since he told me he was going to Orcus Tower. No, we haven't. What's he doing at Orcus Tower? I don't know, I didn't ask him. Honestly, how could he just leave me to worry at a time like this? That man is in for the scolding of his life when he gets back. Just sit tight here for now, ma'am. There's a chance he might suddenly show up. Alright, but do get in touch if you manage to find him. That's pretty cool. Pierre's wife is here. Good gracious, what could have happened to any of this? And here I believed in President Kwa. My mom works in the Times department store. I can't stop worrying about her. Oh boy. There's nobody in these rooms? Okay. And there's a bunch of monsters here. I have a feeling we wouldn't be able to get near Orcus Tower. No kidding. The second one of those things spots us, they'll be calling reinforcements like crazy. That'd be bad news for the operation. Let's get out of here before we get caught. Okay, I'll go around then. Doesn't look like anyone is inside the CPD headquarters. We should keep moving. Okay. Yeah, I need to find Rhines, though. Where the hell is Rhines? My man, Rhines. We're gonna be stranded outside somewhere. Entertainment district. Let's check the hotel. Pardon me, but you're with the CPD, aren't you? We are. Would you mind giving us an update? Of course, our hotel is currently housing some extended guests, as well as others who are forced to take refuge here. Fortunately, we have enough food to last us about a month or so if it comes down to it. But even then, it's difficult to feel secure when the government has left us completely in the dark. We managed to keep the unrest to a minimum, but there's no guarantee on how long that will last. I see. Sounds like you've been managing well so far. Our team is working to resolve this issue as soon as possible. Can we ask that you keep things under control here for a little while longer? Of course, be careful out there. Nice. Let's see who's taking refuge here. Our current guests are provided the rooms at zero cost. That alone is proof enough that Latricia truly cares about her people above profits. It fills me with pride to work for someone like her. Couldn't ask for a finer manager. There's a bunch of people here. This room is huge. Getting to stay in this nice room is the only good thing to come out of this ordeal. How much longer is this going to continue? I understand the gravity of the situation. It would have taken us home straight away. Or if I did know. We're lucky the hotel was willing to take us in free of charge. Yep. I have a feeling, though, that a lot of people aren't going to get out of this alive later. My sister and I were heading home when all of a sudden the mist surrounded us, since they would be taking refuge in here. Honestly, I thought I was going to die. My brother gave me a piggyback ride to the hotel when the fog showed up. He was so cool. It's been only a while since we were all this busy. If only it was under better circumstances still. I'll do everything I can to make our guests comfortable until this is over. That's the Hotel Millennium way. I want to go home already. Damn, everyone's probably already worried about us. Like, think about it, right? There's so many villains. Arios, Sigmund, Shirley, Dieter, Maribel. Honestly, I don't even want to say this, but maybe Kia too, right? There's like so many people we have to close the books on. Who's gonna, like, if they all like don't get punished after all this? I mean, we'll have to see. What happens to the barrier protecting the city, and what in blazes are those monstrosities in the city and on the street? I knew I should have gone home the day Claude made that infernal speech, and now I'm stranded here. Yeah, that's on you, buddy. It was utter chaos when everyone came rushing in to get away from the mist. Thankfully, those metallic soldiers aren't attacking people, so things have been calming down a bit. But the sooner the situation is sorted out, the better everything will be. So they're not attacking people, but they're attacking me. I see how it is. Arc-en-Ciel. Is that the S3? It's good to see you're both safe and sound. Is the rest of the theater here too? Yes, all our staff and performing members have been accounted for. They're in the middle of rehearsal on the newly reconstructed stage, as it so happens. The sudden declaration of martial law and lockdown stunned us all, of course. But the troupe came together and agreed to stay here and practice rather than return home. That's very admirable of you. Wait a minute, Risha, is that you over there? What? So it is. It's been quite some time. I'm glad to hear you're all doing well. Not half as glad as we are to see you, Risha. Thank goodness you returned. I understand you have some circumstances you'd rather not discuss, but would you perhaps like to watch the troupe rehearse? Everyone, especially Soli, has been practicing their absolute hardest these past several weeks. They have they? I suppose I could spare some time. Go ahead, Risha. Nice. We were requested to do a special performance shortly after the Crossbow Defense Force formed. With our cast as incomplete as it is, it would have been impossible, so we asked for more time. And then once we regrouped, the troop leader wrote the script of a new performance, which we've been rehearsing for weeks. But then martial law struck last night. There's no telling when Arc-en-Ciel will open its doors next. Still, no matter how dire things are, we're determined to perform for the public again someday. Someday with the new mayor. Okay, so they're all practicing, right? Yeah. The sudden declaration of martial law and citywide lockdown stunned us all. However, we came together as a group and agreed we'd all stay here. There she is. And we can tell there too that Ilya has regained consciousness. Wow. That's a new scene they added to the Golden Sun, Silver Moon, right? Look at Sully go. The S3, why I don't believe my... Risha, is that you? Risha. It is her, the one and only. There's no mistaking it. And this was the final bit of good news I needed. Everyone, I'm so sorry. I see, you're working with the S3 now then. I am. I'm sorry I can't tell you anything more than that quite yet. Once we put an end to this, however, I promise to return an answer for my actions. Oh, Risha, what do you look so hard-pressed for? Huh? She's right, this is a happy occasion. No one said you needed to be so sullen about it. Yeah, it's a waste of a beautiful face, you know? Celine, Nikolai, whatever your reason may be, do what you have to and return to us as soon as you can. Hear, hear. I, for one, look forward to sharing the stage with you once more. Theodore, Eugene. And don't worry about your costume, I'll have it ready when you make your big comeback. The set will be better than ever by then, too. You could bet on that. Corellia Hines. It's been so long. I'm sorry, Sully. There's something I've been wanting to tell you, Risha. Arc-en-Ciel is where you belong. I have no idea what kind of burden you've been hiding from us. But this theater, it's like home. A place to come back to for you, for Ilya, and for me. That's why, no matter what happens, I'm going to keep this place standing, so please. I know. You don't have to say anymore. Don't worry, I'm going to return one day, and that's a promise. Good. I'm going to hold you to that, you know? So you better swear it, cross your heart, and hope to die. But don't actually die. I swear. I'm happy. Thanks, Lloyd, but I think I should be going. I wouldn't want to distract them from more of the rehearsal. Not to mention we have our own mission to worry about. Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's go. That was sweet. Oh shit. Oh yeah, never mind. I have Randy with me, so I can talk to Drake here. Well, look who we have here. It's been a while, Drake. You seem like you're holding up alright. As do you, Randy. Last I heard you joined up with the Resistance in Mines. Good to see you reunited with the S3. Has the casino suffered any damage? Not as of yet, no. I urge you to be careful should you plan on going back outside. We will. You better watch your back too, old man. I figured martial law was just a load of hooey, so instead I came to Barca to have some fun. How was I supposed to know I'd just get me stuck here? It just may be the biggest screw-up of my life. I bet the old bag is worried sick about me too. Yo, no lie, I'm terrified, but at least Galetti and Elinda didn't get caught up in this. Mr. Drake's doing everything he can, so I need to keep it together too. Can I buy unlimited stuff? I can buy U materials here, nice. Any new items? Luck emblem. I'll buy one of these. Oh, everyone else is gone. Yeah, they're not wrong. Okay, let's head to the residential district, then we'll head to the back alley.